AITA for not wanting to purchase baby furniture for my in-laws. Husband, 36M, and I, 31F. Had our first child just under a year ago. Mill and Phil were older parents. They adopted my husband in their late 30s. They both come from huge families and are over the moon to finally have a grandchild. They asked to watch our kiddo one day a week while we are at work. To be clear, we do not need them to. They asked if they could. To provide context, they are now in their 70s and slowing down. Mill was recently diagnosed with early stages of Alzheimer's dementia and, while she is still in a functioning phase, does need reminders. They are both retired and on a fixed income. Their home is 5 to 7 minutes away from our home. Baby is now walking, eating solids, and taking 2 naps per day. I already bring all baby supplies for them each week. Diapers, wipes, bottles, formula, meals, toys, books, extra clothes, changing pad, etc. Mill and Phil have started asking us to provide them with baby furniture to keep at their house. They have asked us to buy them a wagon to be able to tote baby around outside. 30 pounds baby is hard for them to carry around their yard. A high chair so they can feed him since he's too wiggly for them to feed on their laps. They currently have a pack and play but want us to replace it with a crib because they have trouble bending over the pack and play to lay baby down for naps, and a car seat so they can take field trips. They are mall walkers and want to take baby with them. Here's my problem. They only watch him one day a week and they want us to purchase all of these not cheap items to leave at their home. I already load and unload a ton of supplies at each home when I drop off, pick up. I also have already provided toys, books, blankets, and baby proofing supplies for their home. Also, with Mill's diagnosis, I don't see them watching baby without us much longer. Phil is already struggling to support Mill while also watching a very mogul baby. As a compromise, I suggested they stay with baby at our home during the day. It's comfortable, has all the baby supplies they could need. We have a cleaner come by once a week, lots of food and snacks in the fridge, and all of the same TV channels that they have. Plus, I could leave the car seat instead of having to purchase a second one, or load it in and out of my car in the morning. But they are so against this. It doesn't make any sense to me, and quite frankly, I'm frustrated. We live on a very tight budget and they want us to buy them basically a whole nursery. They also have specific requests for the type of furniture they want: lightweight, foldable or compact, easy to break down for when it's not in use the rest of the week. Items that will grow with baby so they can use it for a long time, etc. AITA for not wanting to purchase these things and insisting that they should watch him at our home. I'm scraping together money currently to purchase shoes and winter clothing for baby, and they are pressuring us hard for these items. Comment by used_mark_7911. NTA with your MIL's diagnosis. They really shouldn't be babysitting anymore, TBH. I suggest your husband has a frank conversation his father about it his next phase of their lives. Comment by Flower Petal Lizard. The thing about these diagnoses, from what I understand, is that things can happen rather suddenly. You think someone is fine one day, and then literally the next day they are wandering the sidewalk because they can't remember which house is theirs. This is not as safe to leave the baby in now. Waiting until spring just isn't a good choice. It will be a hard conversation, but what if they leave the stove on or the water running with your child running around? NTA. Comment by an Us Owe It Beggins. Early Alzheimer's and taking care of my baby solo. NFW.